Now, these are the kind of videos I know y'all love. So, these are all computers I have gotten for free over the past couple weeks and months. So, where do I start? I could start here because this is the most exciting, but this is YouTube, so I will be starting at this one. I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm going to let you know now that this, as well as two other computers, came from a business and they have sensitive customer data on them. So, this will not be my normal style of, hey, let's look at these computers. I have to be very cautious, as I was promised to erase all the... So this one just came on automatically. I'm really interested in seeing what's in it. Oh, okay. Is there like a... Okay, so this one may already have... So one of these has Linux Mint, one of these has Windows, and I have no idea which one is which. Oh wow, this is a loud little device. Okay, so we'll start Windows normally, I guess. That's definitely Windows 7. I do want to grab my toolkit that's over there. Or Windows, some sort of Windows. Because I do want to take this apart. This does not stay on this one. I'm really curious as to what's actually in here. Because there is a loud little fan, and this thing is not really doing anything. This is actually a heavy little computer too. So it looks like there's just one screw that holds it on. This, like I said, all the pins are broke. Now what is cool about this is there's two USB ports up here that you could use if you wanted to have like a USB boot device that just stayed in there. I was going to say I want to see if it even has a hard drive, but clearly it has something in it. She said she was actually going to take these and smash the hard drives with a hammer. I'm pretty sure this is going to be a flash-based storage. So I have no idea how to take this apart. This would be kind of a neat little gaming computer, maybe. Like if you could fit enough, because this has a normal full-size ATX. There we go. So this has a SanDisk SSD in it. This really is a micro ATX board. Has a SanDisk SSD. I have no idea. This looks like an Intel board. Has very low profile memory in it. It's got a special adapter for the power supply. Let's see if I can take this further apart so you can actually see what I'm seeing. I need a smaller one. This is actually a pretty cool little computer. I really thought I'd have this video completely done by now. But yeah, on the bottom side of this is a SanDisk SSD. It's some sort of Foxconn motherboard, or at least, so I don't know what size this is. I'm not going to take that completely apart to do that. You have, it's definitely some sort of Intel board based on the cooler. But yeah, it even has a PCI Express slot in it. So let's put this back together and see if we can find a way to get this thing to boot off of a USB device. And this could actually make, I could actually make something really cool out of this. I just don't know what. I need my larger bit. So let's see if we can figure out how to boot this. I'm going to grab the other flash drive. I have two with me. I don't know which one I used, but we're going to try this one more time. So this actually turns on as soon as it's plugged in. I don't know if that's a, yeah, being that this was probably a like a register terminal, you know, obviously this is not a normal computer. I don't know if you heard that fan spin up or not. Oh, okay, so here we are. Access level administrator. So this is a Pentium G2020. Boot. We're going to there we go. Wow, they're showing like all these power. Yeah, so I could actually change it to restore AC power loss main. So, how much RAM was in this? Oh, this is 4 gigs of RAM. So we're going to save and exit. Yes. Save changes and reset. Yes. Okay, so apparently white is, yes, or white is, so this is the Windows 10 disk, apparently, I think. Oh yeah, this is USB 2.0 also. So we'll try the other flash drive. I think this one is Linux Mint. I just don't know what I would do with this little system. Give it to my mother, maybe? Let's see what happens if we start Windows normally. It kind of just... It says password hint. Oh wow, that is bad. Yeah, I'm going to turn this way a little bit. Okay, there's nothing. I don't see anything in here that will really. So this is a Pentium G2020. Yeah, sorry, like I said, I have. This is a dual core processor. I was promised to not let anything happen to this data, so I'm gonna go ahead and restart this thing. Why would they have Windows Home Premium on this? So let's see what all this thing's even capable of, shoot. I'm out of outlets. I could plug in my, I want to plug in my network, but there's actually really no point. Let's see here. CPU fan detect failed. That's not good. So F7 is boot. And whatever you highlight in white, I don't know if you can even see that. Whatever you highlight in white is what it starts out with. This next, I'm not sure which computer I'm going to do next, but I do want to show. I do want to get rid of the files that are on. I mean, I know what I'm doing now is not a great way, but it's better than nothing. So I guess something happens to this, somebody can't just pick it up and get customer information right away. I don't have a product key. I'm just going to do Windows Pro 10 or Windows 10 Pro. Because, of course, that's what we use. Oh, this thing. Oh, this is only a 64 gig SSD. 56 gigs. So we saw what was in this thing. We saw that it works. I don't know if this next one I'm going to do, I don't know if this was her home or her work computer. The next one definitely was. You could tell that this was in the pet store because it's pretty obvious if you go in there, go inside the thing. Alright, so we'll just come back in a few minutes. Okay, so this has actually taken long enough that I'm sitting here watching YouTube while filming a YouTube video. But, yeah, like this has actually taken a very, very long time. We're only at 56% and it's been a few minutes. And, let's try to... And we're going off like 2%. So I'll be back in a little bit, I guess. Hopefully, maybe. So that other computer was actually taking so long that I just chose to say, screw it. We know it works. Let's move on to the next one. So for this next one, I had to switch over to a VGA cable and a PS2 keyboard. Because I'm pretty sure it's not going to boot from, or read a USB keyboard from boot. And this one came on immediately too. This is one of them HP Compact Evo things. This is actually a this one's actually a Pentium 4. System information, Pentium 4, 3 gigahertz, 2 gigs of DDR2. So is this a socket 775? Oh yeah, this is an HT one. Oh yeah, but this tag, it's definitely a socket 775. It's got a SATA 500 gig hard drive. And what made me not just throw it directly into the dump is it has a Blu-ray drive. Just a ROM, it looks like. But it's a Blu-ray drive. And we're not going to try to install Windows on this one because obviously that one took too long. This one's going to take even longer. I just want to see if it works. This one was given to me by a friend. If it has anything, oh my god, it's got Windows XP on it. If it has anything on it, it's going to be probably all kinds of pictures of her kids and stuff, so we're definitely not going to share that either. But that other little thin client was just painful. I thought about doing these all in different videos, but I'm like, you know what, let me just do this all in one video. I'm not gonna be that kind of YouTuber. But wow. Okay, so it doesn't see the what in the heavens? What in the what? What happened to your files? All your files? This has some sort of virus. A virusy virus. All your files were protected. Something about old Firefox data. Why on earth would you have that on your... Oh god, you're gonna hear this poor hard drive cranking away. I don't know what it's trying to do. Well, the mouse works now. Trends music. Oh. Who's Gary? Somebody who likes fishing, apparently. I can tell roughly when this was used last by... Yeah, we're not going to show any of that. Holy cow, that fan is doing something there. So this works. I don't know what I want to do with it. I was just going to throw it in the trash heap. She has some stupid... so it doesn't even have a driver for the... for that. But yeah, so it's... Yeah, so this has all kinds of crap in it. She definitely used this for church, you can tell that. Singing news, soundtrack, worship, prayers, communion cross, come Holy Spirit. But I think we're going to be done looking at this one because it sounds like it's It sounds like a truck that's in four-wheel low. That's not good. So, part of me is like, do I even care if it shuts down properly? At this point, I'm just trying to see what I have that works and what I have that doesn't, well, work. Alright, so we'll stick this down here. Oh yeah, when I went to pick it up the first time at her house, the whole front end of it came apart. Alright, switch it over to this guy. This is another one that I have to wipe all the data on. I think I'll ask Naomi if she wants me to copy all of her kids' pictures and stuff. Alright, so this one I have to go back to USB keyboard. I knew that. Why did I not switch that over? This one, I think, is the AMD one. It is the AMD FX2 Windows Vista. And a power cable might help. Another one that powers on as soon as we got a double beep beep, which is generally memory, I want to say, on these. So this has a Seagate 7200. Date codes, 160 gigabyte hard drive. Why does this have a modem in it? Were they using dial-up? So before we put anything back together, alright, so that kicked on. We'll go into F2. So memory just needed to be reseated. Oh, I'm able to get that in there right. So this is system information. Okay. I like how it really doesn't tell you. 3 gigs of DDR2? That's weird. It's like my thinking is like I could always, like stuff like this, I could always use the memory. And I just managed to lock it up somehow. This just has a DVD burner. So something's happening when it's like, you see this, right? Like, I'm not scripting any of this. I just had it working. It really sucks that I bit one of my fingernails a little too, my thumbnails a little too far, and now Alright, so we're just going to leave it like this. See what happens. It's probably going to be Windows 7. No, Windows... Oh my god, Windows 10. 160 gigabyte hard drive. I think that's only one in there. It's the only hard drive I see. There's definitely some sort of issue. It's got a Bestech power supply, so that's always a good sign. The DVD drive was is disconnected for some reason. I don't think I disconnected it. So we're just going to leave it alone. This is, wow, this is BIOS 1.07 or 1.0.07. It's getting a lot less horrible in here temperature wise. But we do have a mostly working system. These were not Dell's highest point in the industry. I've got the AMD ones have a fan here, but the Intel ones do not, so that kind of tells you everything you need to know about this FX. Because you have the processor fan, but on the top there's also a exhaust fan. This is what, the 531 or something like that? Yeah, the 531S. So this one's being a little jerk. We're not going to worry about it. We have good parts in here, so we can actually build something out of what's in it. Although there really isn't a whole heck of a lot worth saving out of it. Like I said, the DDR2 is nice to have. And let's move up the line. This is what you've all been waiting for, I know. And this, like I said, you can tell was used in a pet store. When you open this thing up, it is just covered in pet hair. So this is a Super Micro case. I'm pretty sure it's a Super Micro board as well. It is a Super Micro board. All I know is that that one RAM stick that's in there that you can't see because I had the camera pointed too far down is an 8 gigabyte stick. Beyond that, I know nothing. But other than the fact it's an Intel, I didn't even try to get these hard drives out. So, actually I think I started to, but the cables weren't long enough, so I didn't bother. It has two 320 gig hard drives. Or at least I think they're both 320s. Yeah. So that's the extent of what I know about it. I know it's a server. I know these are probably in RAID. Because this is a RAID card and they are both hooked into it. The CD drive is hooked into the motherboard. Let me hook this. I'm trying to get this drive hooked back up. With all this light in here, I can't see squat. So, I guess we'll hook up the onboard video because that's all there is. We'll hook up a mouse. So there's only 2 USB ports on the back, one of which, well, there's only 2 USB ports on the back. There's a, where they would have normally had your normal network, and then there's dual network, and I don't know what speed. I don't even see any USB 3.0 on the board. To make life a little easier, I'm going to go back to the PS2 keyboard. And this being a server, I expect it to turn on when I plug it in, which it did. And then there's 2 USBs in the front as well. So this is a Xeon. I was trying to get into the same drive error. Physical 1 drive error. And this is, again, a DVD-RW for some reason. And make sure these are all plugged in. I just saw that it was a Xeon. I didn't see what kind of Xeon. Oh, you guys can't see squat. Freeware. Showing up degraded. Makes sense. Is it going to move past at all? Probably not. I want to get that's weird that they chose the lowest point one. Let me make sure these are both plugged in correctly. Get into is when I get into the BIOS, it's kind of pressing on things, seeing if anything will happen, because I want to see what this is. That's got one you guys smack. That's always nice. Okay, there we go. Now it's actually going into something. Alright, so we have the Xenon 31220 at 31 gigahertz. Boot. Alright, so let's try to go into something here. Start Windows normally. That looks like Windows 7. Again. It's only got 8 gigs. It's in single channel. I imagine it's EEC. Personally, I want to remove that and just install regular SSD or something into it. Oh man, that CPU cooler is jacked full of stuff, or packed full of stuff. This one's actually got Windows 7 Pro on it. You can't use that as a password. Apparently you can. Because they did. Holy cow. So this is an Ablecom switch and power supply. It's got a lot of Chinese on it. Maybe 303 watts? I don't know. Oh, not 300 watts. Then it says 0.5 or 5 volt, 12 volt, negative 12 volt, and 3.3 and minus 12 volt combined shell or combined power shall not exceed 290 watts. So which is it? This, they must have had like an HP printer or something. Probably. Oh wow. And an HP printer. Yeah, I am not going to go into any details at all. Why is this so slow though? Looks like it's missing like display drivers or something. I like these little touches they have, like this rubber right here. Device manager? Windows 7 just feels so old. I'm gonna look at something on here. Anybody else hear coil whine, or is that just my tinnitus? Oh, it's loaded like a. So we have a XEO and E3. It's the Team Viewer stuff. 31220. I want to see what that is. So it's loaded all kinds of like Team Viewer crap. Alright, so Intel Arc. I want to see what. One of these has like some files and the other one. So this was launch date 2010. So that one should be. I just want to see if it'll run any better with just a clean install. So this was a 4-core, 4-thread. So that's all it is. Max memory size 32 gigs. DDR3. I know it was DDR3. And EEC support, yes. I don't know whether this RAM is EEC or not. I kind of just want to shut down since I don't really care about saving what's on it. Find the power switch. So this is actually a nice little quiet server. This might be decent for like keeping all my business stuff together. Let's go see what happens. Like, will it load? go from the my flash drive, or do I have to try to figure out how I got into Windows or into BIOS? This actually not sure which one. Okay, so one of them I just saw it said enter and set up. So one of them I figured out is the right one. How about we look up this Super Micro. Micro X9 SCL. There's a Xenon board, or Xeon board. Found the thing here, so it's going to take a minute. Oh man, I'm starting to get hungry. I got to do laundry. Boot feature. Going to go to that. Yes. So this gives me a lot of crap. So it fits in a 1U chassis. It's a single LG 1155, supports Xenon E3 1200 and E3 1200 V2 series. 32 gigs of RAM, 6 SATA with RAID 0. So why do they have an extra RAID card in there, I wonder? And it says it has 3, crap. I just went back one too many. It says it has 2 USB 3.0 by 8 slots and one 2.0 by 8 slot. So you can't really put a graphics card in this. So you can actually put second gen Intel i5 and i7 chips in that. That's pretty cool to know. I kind of want to see, I don't know, to me like Windows 7 just always feels sluggish and stuff like that. So, I probably just had like 15 people unsubscribe from me for that. I can feel it. I can feel it. Something in the air tonight. I don't have a product key. We'll see if this is any faster than this little thing here. Oh crap, I can't do this because of that RAID system. But anyway, we'll come back and we'll revisit this one, especially this one. Because it can't find any drives. But I think I'm going to quit for today while I'm ahead. I've got a lot done, I think. I built a computer. I shot a couple videos featuring other computers. Computers. Did I say computers yet? But anyway, I think it's time for me to go home. I need to get something to eat. So thanks for watching. Have a blessed day, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.